was seeking write-in votes. Meantime, investigators are on scene in Louisville, Kentucky after a UPS cargo plane crashed just after takeoff, killing 7 people and injuring nearly a dozen others. That plane crashing moments after taking off from the Louisville International Airport headed to Honolulu. UPS says 3 crew members were on board when that plane crashed. A cause of the crash has not been determined, but reports say the plane's engine was on fire as it tried to depart, resulting in a massive fireball. Take a look there. While no hazardous cargo was on board, a shelter-in-place was put into effect. The FAA and NTSB are both investigating. And that's what you need to know.
All right, Steph. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Let's get a look at what we have brewing here on Art Rochester over the course of the next 2 hours. We're starting with some big ideas and big prizes headed to the Finger Lakes. This morning, we're getting a closer look at Grow NY. It's a summit, and some of the world's most creative food and farm startups are coming to take part in the competition.
Then it is officially college application season. We'll be getting some tips this morning on how to make the process simple and a little less stressful for families. A representative from Our Lady of Mercy will join us to talk about everything from deadlines to finding the right fit for students.
And later, a children's author is seeking to spark a reading revival right here in Rochester. John Parai is in town ahead of this weekend's Children and Teens Book Festival, rather. We're going to learn more about his mission to bring families back the joy of reading and bring them together. We'll also talk about how you can take part.
Yeah, lots to get to this morning. Before all of that, a check of our forecast. The wind definitely still sticking around. Meteorologist Marty Snyder is tracking it out for us right now. Marty?
Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, it is going to be a case where we do see that wind really pick up as we go through the day. Already it's coming up just a little bit. It was registering calm for quite a while earlier this morning. And now for the current observation, we're up to 6 miles an hour for the wind. Nothing too significant, but we're just starting to see that register, starting off with 47 for the latest air temperature. And we do have a wind advisory that does go into effect this afternoon, stays in effect through the afternoon and evening, 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. specifically. And the potential's there for some gusts to be between 40 to 50 miles an hour during that window of time. And it looks like temperatures over the next couple days are going to move back and forth a little bit. Today, we're going to be well into the 50s for highs. Risk of rain really increases towards the end of the day today. 40 tonight, 46 for tomorrow. We'll be in the 50s and 40s over Saturday and Sunday. And then we drop off another time heading into early next week. And I think that'll be enough to flip a lot of areas over to some scattered snow showers during that time period. So we're due. It is that time frame where we get back into some more snow, and I think that'll be the case as we head into early next week. But today, just in the form of rain, we're going to be back up to about 57 for high and turning windy as we head deeper into the day today.
The irony of not being able to read a tease about reading.
It wasn't lost on
Oh,
You're
my
going,
It's all good. It
I'm
happens.
Like, is he going to read any of the words?
My brain, it was like, nope, we're not going to take part in whatever you're doing right now.
You know, just blame it on the time change.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Marty. I don't know. We got the extra hour of sleep, and for some reason, I felt great that day. But ever since, my brain is like scrambled egg. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
it's got to be. You know what? Let's write a letter to Liz Bonus.
She has a solution.
And if she doesn't, she knows someone who does.
She does, yes.
All right. Thank you, Marty.
Sure.
Let's go off the top. We'll start off with some things that have piqued our interest this morning. Kind of a serious story, but I will start with a question some Buffalo business owners are asking. Business owners and residents, too. Should a popular downtown nightlife street restrict anyone under the age of 21 from being in the area after 10 p.m.? That's what they're asking. Some are saying yes. This story coming right from our sister station in Buffalo, WKBW. A similar move to what we have here in Rochester in the East End Entertainment District. In Buffalo, though, we're talking about Chippewa Street. It's very well known for being a hot spot. There are bars, clubs, and very popular restaurants that are open late into the night. Some of them even open until 4 o'clock in the morning. It certainly draws in a younger crowd. By that, I mean 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, people who, really aren't bothered about, the loud noises and the club music and the bottle service and all that stuff. But some business owners say those who are too young to drink have no business being on that street that late at night. Much like Rochester, this under 21 curfew idea proposal stems from tragedy that happened over Halloween weekend. A 19-year-old was killed over the weekend in a shooting, actually a double shooting. The other person involved was reportedly also under the age of 21. Again, this idea here isn't actually official yet. It's a proposal. There won't be police asking for ID if you go to the area tonight or even tomorrow. But many are asking, how can this actually happen? The street is a public place. Well, here in Rochester, the streets involved in this kind of curfew type deal, those streets are closed to traffic unless you live there or work there, and there is a pedestrian entry point. Some say they would like to see police increase patrols to keep kids who loiter around the bars away. Of course, people had a lot to say on social media, and I had to sift through a lot of the comments because you know how people are. But one woman writing in, "There's crime all over. It's just that Chippewa is on the news now." So I guess it kind of asks a question there, right? This person writing, "The age to drink is 21 anyway, so why are people under 21 in bars?" An interesting question there, but the idea, the proposal here is for the entire street. So whether you are at, a gym nearby and you're walking back to your house, there are questions on whether or not that would be actually legitimate. This person writing, "This isn't a shock at all. You can't go anywhere in downtown Buffalo anymore without something going down." Interesting comment there as well. And I think maybe we had one more. Maybe not. Oh yeah, this one. "Horrible. It may not solve all the problems on this strip, but these bars need to close earlier. Even 2 p.m. is late, but it's better than 4. I believe she meant a.m. "Nothing good happens after midnight." I want to know your thoughts on this. First of all, let me say, very, very sad about the situation that happened there.
It is. It is.
And it does pose an interesting question. Yeah?
It does. It does. But I think that question also comes with some issues in and of itself. I mean, how far is too far? At what point does it become a police state if we're going to say you're not allowed to be on this section of roadway during these hours if you're under these ages or between these ages?
I want to know your thoughts on closing up the bars earlier. I thought that comment was very interesting, which is why I included in that. Buffalo, their whole thing is, the bars are open super, super late into the night and we never close and all of that. Is that something that might be worth considering?
I think that's something worth considering, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because that comment, "nothing good ever happens after midnight," could not be more true.
Unless you're coming to work with us.
Yeah, could not be more true. That's not to say that I haven't been out there.
Oh, really?
After 2 a.m. I was young once.
Yeah.
But no, I honestly, 2 a.m.
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
A Friday or a Saturday, okay. But any other night of the week, listen, I'm like 10 o'clock, boom, lights off.
Okay, so then let me ask this, right? You're in college, you're 19, you're 20 years old. Let's say you're not going to college in downtown Buffalo. Let's say you're at Geneseo or one of more rural school, Rockport, something like that. The bars there close at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., right? If you're 19 and maybe, you're leaving a house party or whatever, does it apply there too? You should be home before 10 p.m.?
Oh, for a house party?
No, just in general.
No. I
It's tricky, right?
It is.
There
No.
doesn't need to be a decision made.
Yeah, I think with an establishment that is making money selling alcoholic beverages, I think I think there's more responsibility on them, which there is. I mean, legally there is. But yeah, what do you need to be open till 4 a.m. for? Honestly, what are sales like between 2 and 4 a.m.? Are they that good?
I imagine yes.
They're that good?
Because you've been drinking for a while and you're saying around for everyone on my card.
Yeah. But
that's what Mark always does. No
one
problem.
round for everyone and one round for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One bourbon, one
Oh, yeah? Oh, okay. Now
Now
he's
he's
singing.
singing.
Now he's singing over there. What are your thoughts?
I mean,
Oswego, you couldn't buy after 1 a.m.
where is that? Oswego?
Oswego.
After 1 a.m.?
I think the bars were still open. And this is going way back, but you couldn't actually buy liquor after 1 a.m. at the stores. Yeah.
Okay.
It was an interesting law. I thought it was different than Rochester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I think I think because it's such a, you're going to have pushback in all directions.
Yeah.
No matter what stance you take.
People
on it.
here in Rochester feel very passionately about the situation there. We've heard from restaurant owners, bar owners who say that their businesses have struggled.
Yep.
The city of Rochester says otherwise. They say this really should have no impact at all on your business. But,
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what happens.
It will. It will. You could just get a six-pack and sit on your own couch.
I will say, when I was in high school, there were always commercials on the radio that I would listen to for bars on Chippewa. And it was like, they made it sound so glamorous and cool. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till I'm old enough to go. And then I went and I was like, this is...
It's ladies' night. Ladies get 2 for 1 for free.
Yeah, but that wasn't what was appealing to me. It was why would I want to go to ladies' night?
Because no, ladies' night, you don't have to pay to get in. And
Okay.
You don't pay to get in, and you know.
Well, if that was...
Yeah. Ashley, God's being mean this morning. All right, we'll move along to mine. Tis the season to sell. And for my off the top this morning, I want to talk about the return of a holiday ad that again has people up in arms. Coca-Cola is back with its 2025 holiday commercial. And for the second year, count them 2, second year in a row, this one is made with Real Magic AI.
Oh, no.
Yes, it looks better than last year's, I'll give you that. But people still have big feelings about it. And honestly, I kind of get it. I do. I miss the 1990s Coca-Cola commercials. Remember those? Mark, you'll remember, Santa Pecks are coming, Santa Pecks are coming.
I remember those.
Yes? Yeah. You got snow, polar bears, that deep choir music. I mean, it was everything you wanted. They felt warm, they felt real, they were cinematic. You could almost smell that cold air coming off that screen. The new ones, well, they look something like you'd see if you asked an AI to make Christmas. And people online are not holding back. Take a look at some of these comments here. We'll pull them up for you on your screen.
So just to clarify, the one that we just saw, that was the Coca-Cola commercial from this year.
Correct.
Yes? Okay, great.
Yes. That's crazy because their Christmas commercials were always so iconic and had such a nice mood. This one doesn't have any of that. Then we have another comment here. Coca-Cola has infinite money to hire actual artists and create something meaningful, but chooses AI slop because it's cheaper. That's peak soulless capitalism.
Wow.
Then you have Pepsi tasting real good now. And my favorite is, I could tell it wasn't real because the animals were wearing clothes. I didn't really want to like it, but I did.
I'm sure if they looked hard enough, they could find 50 of those otters or whatever.
Yeah, out in the wild.
Do they need clothes? No.
No,
Made
but
them cute.
Yeah, they look cute in scarves. Now, look, I get why Coke is doing this. AI is fast, it's cheap, and it's trendy. But when it comes to holiday commercials, you're not selling technology. You're selling feeling. You're selling that little spark of nostalgia that makes you smile and think, oh, it's the holidays. Just like that. Mm-hmm. The old Coke ads made you feel something. The new ones are just making people angry. And here's the thing. Soda itself has always been about moderation. Too much of it is not good for you.
Okay, Liz.
Same with AI. Fun in small doses, but when it's better when it's real. Sometimes the magic isn't in the AI. Sometimes it's in the AWE.
That was horrible.
You didn't like it?
It was fine.
I thought it was
all right.
creative.
you know, I mean, my husband, you know, does animation. He does all of that stuff. So I feel particularly angry when I see those AI commercials. Not so much that I'm going to boycott Coca-Cola. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It's more just like, oh, come on now. Like, what are we doing here?
I agree. And like there were something on just one post. I saw something like 53,000 comments.
Ooh.
And so I just went like through the first, 10 and pulled. But I did see one. One of them was one of the 90s commercials. And it looked like you looked at it and it looks so crisp and so clear and so the execution of it, shooting it practically, it looks great.
Yeah.
When you say to a computer, hey, I want you to look at these photos, and try and recreate, and it just kind of looks like holiday vomit.
Sure. And you think about how people are feeling these days. Chaos, right?
Yeah.
Everybody, for the most part, is kind of feeling pressure and stress. If I were in charge of running Coca-Cola, I would do a modern day remake of one of those 90s commercials.
Yes.
Right? Like reliving the good old days.
Yes.
Don't you remember when you were a kid and like the magic of Christmas?
Yes, absolutely.
that?
Absolutely.
That being said, the animals were pretty cute.
I think they should take a page from Hershey's book, because Hershey's Kisses,
Oh.
for 30 years now, I don't know, don't quote me, they've had the same "We Wish You a Merry Christmas" commercial where they're playing the bells. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. It's iconic.
Yeah.
It's iconic. I don't think you need to mess with a good thing, and you don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
And they're trying, maybe just a little bit too hard.
Okay.
Next Christmas season, hire us.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
We'll set you straight.
And we can even get the animals in the clothing.
Guaranteed. Can you see us wrangling otters? Hey, stick around. So much more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking in with Chris Lopez, who is live, celebrating a national holiday with a very sweet treat.
And don't forget, take us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and on foxrochester.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, if you're
Go for it.
I'll go for it. If you're looking for a fun, sweet excuse to indulge in something fried, fluffy, and utterly delicious, well, you're in luck, because today is National, or maybe it's International Donut Day. We're not really sure.
Chris Lopez couldn't resist celebrating the tasty tradition, so he is at Ridge Donut Cafe in Irondequoit to check out all the action firsthand. Chris celebrating one of his favorite holidays of the year. Chris, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah, we are behind the counter. It has not slowed down all morning. Now, they tell me, the workers here tell me, this is an average flow. This is somewhat below average. It kind of started to get out the door, the line that is, a little bit earlier, and they said, nope, unless the line is all the way to the trash can, it's really not all that busy. And we've been in the back with General Manager Joe showing you guys how the donuts are made, but we haven't showed you guys really the finished product and the selection that they have here at Ridge Donut Cafe, and it is vast. What did you order, sir?
2 dozen donuts to go for my grand jury people.
What's your favorite donut?
Boston cream, baby.
Boston cream. There we go. The top seller, from what I'm told, is an apple fritter, believe it or not. Chocolate honey dip, buttermilk, sour cream, chocolate top cake, peanut butter and jelly. Today's special. What's today's special?
It is a coconut cream pie swirl.
And I believe that's the manager's special as well. They sell them in a half dozen, a full dozen, as many dozens as you would like, individual as well. I'm told that if they don't have one out here, for the most part, they'll go ahead and make you one if they're missing it. They have old-fashioned cake, Bavarian powder, Bavarian cream, chocolate top, apple cider, cinnamon or glazed. I could just keep going on. And then you just, of course, you have the regular glazed donuts. They sell coffee here, so they have it all. You definitely want to check this place out. Opens at 6 a.m., goes until 4. Now, this is the back production facility back here. We've been back here. Everyone is hard at work, as you can see, and it's really ran like a very oiled, very well-oiled machine. Ray is over there. She is putting some of the glaze, that chocolate glaze, on the donut. I have the two Joes over here with me. Look at this over here, though. Oh, man. What just happened? What did I miss?
Well, we just glazed the rings here, and what it is after we fry them off, he's frying stuff off now, you give them about 15 seconds cool down period, and then you glaze them.
Joe, what the heck is that?
That is a donut cake that's in the fryer over on the other side.
A full donut cake?
Yes, a donut cake.
How many of these do you sell?
We do about 20 a week.
20 per week. Joe, the other Joe over here, main fryer man. How many donuts have you fried today just alone?
I would say about 100 plus already.
100 plus.
A little more.
And you've been working here for 8 months. How many have you fried in your donut career? Thousands?
Thousands. Yes, sir.
And all they're trying to reach the same consistency, and that's what you're looking at here. Next up, I'm gonna pick you guys out your donut. So live on TV, you will be letting me know. Dan, Abby, Steph, Marty, Mark, whoever is there, let me know what you guys want. Save it for the next segment. I think we're checking back in with you guys around 8:40.
Do they have a vegan donut, Christopher?
No.
Yeah, he
they
doesn't
do
care
not.
about me. Chris, why don't you have a
Vegan
hairnet
donuts?
on? Why are you not at the counter boxing up donuts and actually working? You're just in the way and you're eating their food.
It's mad because there's no vegan donuts, man. What do you want me to do? There's no vegan donuts here. I can't do nothing about that.
Can't do anything about
He
that.
watches your TikTok grammar videos and then
do nothing,
specifically
Dan.
tries to get it.
Give me a 6-packer, Dan. Give me a 12-packer.
Earlier this morning, he was calling it a 6-pack and a 12-pack of donuts.
Just insane.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, this morning's weather trivia.
Mark's back with us on the other side of the break.
Shout out to Kim at the front desk. She's the nicest.
She is.
Yep.
Anyway, speaking of the nicest, Mark is here.
Why are you guys laughing?
You sure?
I was going to say something else. I'll leave it at that.
I'm a kind spirit.
Yeah. Just kind of gloomy.
A kind of spirit.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it together.
Tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Not yet.
Weather trivia, my friend.
No, yeah, weather trivia. So we actually have a full moon, and it was full about 9 minutes ago. 8:19 this morning. It's behind clouds now, you can't see it. But technically, it's a supermoon, too. It's the largest moon of the year, at least to us as the observers. So the question is, what is November's full moon actually called? And there's 4 choices for you. And the first choice is it the full wolf moon, the full harvest moon, the full corn moon, or the full beaver moon?
Boom. Got it. Done.
You know what
Already done.
one of the things that annoys me?
Yeah?
When it's like the full harvest strawberry, wolf, beaver, above board.
Supermoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, how much?
Blue moon.
People.
Yeah.
It's the same moon. It's the same moon.
But it can be blue, it can be super, it can be
Strawberry.
strawberry, it can be a perihelion moon and aphelion moon.
It can
So
be
close-
waning
closer.
or waxing.
Waxing or gibbous. or
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
Gibbous. Any of those.
Or new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very new. It's
It
been
was
there for a
cool
while.
out there this morning, though.
It was, temps in the 40s. The wind.
I meant the moon. Like,
Oh.
looking at the moon, it was very
Oh, like
cool.
the temperature. I thought you
Both.
were going there. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was cool to see it. Yeah, you probably got a view on your way in. Was it? Yeah, it's gone now. It's behind the clouds. It's cloudy out there. So we'll have that answer coming up at 9 a.m. right here on ARC Rochester. You can put your vote in on Facebook or guess in some cases, right? There's the clouds. That's the reason why we can't see it now. 47-degree temperature. The southeast breeze starting to pick up a little bit. Haven't had much of a breeze so far this morning. That's at 6 miles per hour. And you look at this and you see the wind advisory for all of western New York. This actually starts in the afternoon. So that's when we expect the wind to really kind of increase. And some of those actually go up to a warning level in eastern New York out towards Albany. Some of the gusts there may actually reach 60 miles per hour. But you look to the west, you can see the trend. East Aurora, Warsaw, this is live data from the New York State Mesonet. Some of the gusts there into the 20s, whereas Rush, and South Bristol, still seeing single-digit gusts. This is an interesting way of looking at it. It's not trash can day for us. That's tomorrow, but it's still going to be windy tonight. But the old 13 wham trash canometer has the bin knocked over after the guys and gals dump it out this afternoon. It's light. It's going to topple.
We actually have one of those, and
Yeah?
Mark likes to hang out in it. He's like Oscar the
Yeah,
Grouch.
he pops
Oscar
out
the
and
Grouch
says,
is my
"Cookies."
favorite Sesame Street character.
Of course he was.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The resemblance is striking.
I'm surprised you weren't more of a Winnie the Pooh Eeyore fan.
Put it to a vote for our Halloween next year. Mad Scientist or Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch.
Oscar the Grouch.
All
But I
the way.
how am I going to sit here in a trash can?
I don't know. You just volunteered. We'll
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
paint me green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get you like one of those, what are the ghillie suits?
I wonder if Arlene's has like the green.
They definitely.
Oh, I'm
Probably.
sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
We'll see. We'll have to,
Terry, if you're watching, do you guys have an Oscar the Grouch costume
Let us know.
Mark can borrow?
full size, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
adults. Yeah.
Yes. No rain out there for the time being, but look at this. Ooh. Remember those colors?
No.
You don't?
Yeah, that's rain.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, over there on the right-hand side, I'm seeing it now.
it was formerly rain. Now it's, yeah. It's in the Adirondacks. It's not coming here
They
yet.
can keep it.
Yeah, there's a storm system back to the west and a cold front that's going to really stir up the atmosphere this afternoon. Also give us a chance for a line of showers. Watch that right there. This is going to be mid to late afternoon, evening. And, it might even have enough lift for a clap or two of thunder. We'll have to see as it moves on through. Some sporadic showers overnight. And, yeah, look in the hills south. Gets cold enough by tomorrow morning that some of the higher elevations in the southern tier could see some flurries. No accumulation with that, though. We'll get back to a little sunshine for the majority of Thursday. And, this trend this trend really is digging in at this point. Cold temps, talking about temperatures down into the 30s, even in the panhandle of Florida early next week. So it's going to be our first real taste of it. And by Monday, we're going to be watching areas of lake effect snow. There's no doubt in my mind. The question is, it'll come down to wind direction and, a few degrees of a change here or there. Depends on who sees it and who doesn't see it. It's zip code weather, as we like to say in weather. But today's story is one of wind and gusty showers late this afternoon. If you're out, it's going to be kind of a real bluster out there. Passing showers and another gusty night. Northwest wind 15 to 35. You'll hear that when you try to lay down tonight. Some showers around for Friday. The weekend largely looks dry for Saturday. I would not be surprised if we put that mix icon in for Sunday also for late in the day. And this will be late evening and overnight for Sunday as that system moves on through. Temperature grows colder. Is this going to be some kind of epic event for the area? No. But is this going to be that novelty first time you go out to the car? You have to brush a little bit of it off. We'll see how far this goes as we get a little bit closer. He's speechless. This is a first.
No. Ashley and I were talking early this morning, and we were talking about how fast the older you get, how
sure.
fast time flies.
Oh, absolutely.
We were in the summer was like 13 seconds ago.
It was, yeah.
And, how quickly the weather changes. Just
yes,
like that.
Yeah, for sure. We get 4 full seasons, and the fall season, for me, the fall season cuts off in the middle of November. I technically, December 20th is still fall, but for fall goes from just early to mid-September to the middle of November.
But you think about October. I was going through my pictures earlier. Beginning of October, we were wearing shorts at the Hilton Apple Festival.
That's right.
Because it was so warm. It was in the 80s.
It was. That was a warm day. Yep.
And now here we are.
That's right.
Listen, I'm fine with it as long as we do not have serious lake effect snow like throughout the course of winter.
We'll have to see. The lakes are warm right now, so this cold air going over, there could be some pockets of decent snow early next week.
Okay, Mark. Thank you.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester.
We're back after this.
Good Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. It's time to head into the kitchen this morning because we've got the funk. Spatchcock funk.
Do you know how many people have talked to me about that?
Have they?
The leg kick.
What do they say?
Well, I can't say it on here. Either way, today they're showing us their take on a classic comfort food. Take a look.
Spatchcock funk and waffles today, y'all. We are gonna make one of the most classic American dishes, and we love it. It brings together heat, sweetness, crunchiness. This is one of the reasons why America is great. This dish symbolizes bringing all sorts of people together. They eat this in Nashville, they eat it in Florida, they eat it in Syracuse, they eat it in Texas. It's everywhere, y'all, and we're gonna show you the easy way to make it with a little bit of some homemade vanilla from our friend Katie, using some sriracha to get things dialed up a notch, and we are just gonna drizzle some happiness all over your day, babes. To get this party started, take some peanut oil on top of the stove, heat it up to 375 degrees. Then take your standard waffle batter. We put a little bit of garlic powder in it and some of our friend Katie's homemade dope vanilla extract. Mix that up and then make yourself a waffle. Yeah, we got a stack of golden brown waffles. You know we like to stack waffles, stack hugs, and stack paper. Now it's time to make our fried chicken. You can learn about our fried chicken recipe on our Fried Chicken Sammy. Check it out on YouTube, great video. But we've got chicken thighs, they've been in buttermilk, pickle juice. So what we're gonna do is take them out of this buttermilk, hit it in flour a little bit, back into the buttermilk dredge, and then back into the flour so we get a good double crunch. The crunch is key to chicken and waffles. So we're gonna get ready to drop that into our oil. So we're gonna put it onto our little spider over here. Get rich or die frying. Now, we got some extra crispy chicken to put on top of these fluffy waffles, right? So what we do is we put 2 chicken thighs on top of 2 waffles. And the thing that makes this thing a little magic for us is we take a cup of pure New York State maple syrup, we put a 1/4 cup of sriracha, some garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla from our friend Katie, and we drizzle this all over it. So get some on the waffle, then we're gonna top it with a couple of dill pickle slices, like the sharpness of it. Then we're gonna hit it with some green onions. You know we like to chop it up. So let's get into this beautiful chicken and waffle goodness. Spatchcock funk, babe.
know, there are 2 National Donut Days, one in June and one that's today. It's double the chance to indulge in those sweet fried delights.
Yeah, looks like Chris Lopez may have missed the first one in June, but he is making up for lost time this morning, gorging himself at Ridge Donuts.
I haven't eaten a single one all morning
Nobody
long.
believes
And in
yeah,
fact, in this segment, I'd go ahead. It's fine. The only one I did eat was one they were going to toss away that I guess it didn't have the right correct measurements or something, so I took it upon myself to eat it. It was fantastic. But for you guys, I'm going to be picking you guys out some donuts. Do you remember anything that I said from the last segment, something that stood out to you guys that you would want? If not, I'm just going to go bring back some random donuts.
Yeah, bring back random ones.
Yeah, I say go random.
Random ones?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll do that
here's the
right
thing,
now.
we
I'm going to
trust
pick
you.
you guys out 6. Okay, all right. I'm coming back with all 6 right now.
Any vegan ones?
We have to go. We have to go. Dan, I told you, man, there's no vegan ones. I'm sorry. We have to go with an apple fritter because I'm told that's one of the more popular ones. So I'm going to get you guys an apple fritter. I'm going to run back over here.
He's so in the way.
Ah, okay. We'll get you guys also a chocolate top.
Okay.
That looks good.
Look at that
one's
bad boy
nice.
with the
That's pretty
sprinkles and all.
sprinkles.
One is prettier than the next. He's,
I feel like you guys love the red velvet, so we're going
yes.
to get fancy with you guys.
Oh my gosh. That's like,
That's your favorite?
yeah, big fan of that.
This
Do
is
they
heavy.
have a peanut stick
This
or a
is heavy,
peanut
too.
donut?
Let me go find you that. But look at this, man.
That,
This is dense
that thing
too.
Is big.
This alone. This is a filler. Would you eat this?
No, I wouldn't eat
No, he wouldn't eat
Well,
this.
it does
Too
look
filling
good.
for
I'd
you.
eat everything
Looks
in
great
here.
though. Go find you a peanut one, Dan. Let's see. Apple cider. Ah, okay. Dan, I found you one. It's a peanut donut right here. Another dense one.
Yeah.
It's good.
That right there. We have 2 more.
We're
We're gonna surprise you.
You don't need to get a new piece of parchment paper or cellophane every time you grab
I
a
think
donut.
you do.
Right behind you.
You just get one. You're not
We
touching
get the buttermilk on this one.
other people's donuts, and look.
And we got uno mas, one more for you guys.
He doesn't
Right behind you. And Dan, just to spite you, another one. And we'll get you this beautiful white cream right here.
It's,
Look at that.
How much does that box weigh, if you had to guess? Pretty heavy?
I don't know, a couple pounds. It's not bad. I mean, it's National Donut
I think
Day.
it's lopsided though because of that apple fritter on the right hand side.
think you're
That thing looks like it weighs a pound
You
and
could
a half.
throw it. It would do some damage.
Yeah, and break some windows.
I'm excited.
Look at that selection right there. Didn't skimp out. I don't remember what any of them are besides the apple fritter.
What do
but I'm
you
bringing it
What do
back
you
to
drink
guys.
with it? Milk?
What? No.
No, Mark. You want
Coffee.
milk with
this
your
is
donut?
too sweet. You got to balance this out with coffee.
Coffee. Okay.
Yeah.
The bitterness of the coffee balances out the sweetness of the donuts, man.
Probably
Right.
water. Probably.
Swing by Starbucks. Get us some coffees on the way back too.
Nope, I got to make it back real quickly, so I'm giving the order, so I got to get out of here. This live shot's done. I got to go.
All right.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
He's never getting reimbursed, right?
No, he's not getting
Great.
reimbursed.
Glad
I
we-
can't eat any of it. When we come back, we are looking ahead to this year's Grow NY competition happening next week.
Stick around. We're back after this.
In 1 week, food and agricultural startups from across the region will come together in Canandaigua for the Grow NY Summit.
Business owners will not only discuss the importance of their work, but also compete for money that'll help them further their mission.
Yeah, for more on the summit and how it sparks conversation around the industry and helps these businesses thrive, we're joined now by Program Director Jen Smith. Jen, thanks so much for chatting with us this morning.
Thanks. Thank you for making time.
Absolutely. So for someone sitting at home who says, I have never heard of the Grow NY Summit, tell us all about it.
Sure. So Grow New York is a state-funded program designed to attract startups and their innovations into upstate New York to help support our very robust food and ag ecosystem. So we know that startups disproportionately add new jobs to the economy. We know how important farming, food production, distribution, retail is in our region. And these companies can help us maintain our strength at the same time that they are growing and scaling their business.
And it might seem silly to ask this question, but I'll ask it anyway. Why is it so important to focus on that mission?
Yeah, well, again, we have an economy in upstate New York that's leaned heavily on eds and meds, right? Education and healthcare. We do have this long tradition of growing, making, moving, storing, selling foods, right? We've got like 45% of New York State's farmland here in the region. So we're looking to diversify the kinds of sector activity that the state is supporting, right? Those who aren't in upstate New York think about, New York, Broadway, taxi cabs, right? But those of us who live here upstate know that farming and food production is an essential part of our culture, our history, and our potential.
Jen, who can people expect to hear from if they attend?
Yeah, so we have 20 startups from all over the world that are competing. They will pitch their unique businesses to a live panel of judges. You'll also hear those judges ask the startups questions. We've got kind of hometown hero Chris Kirby from Ithaca Hummus as one of our judges. We also have folks that are investors that focus on the agribusiness sector. We've got Empire State Development's executive director of NYSTAR, really interesting people. So you get that interplay between basically investors and startups. But additionally, we have industry thought leaders that are there. We're hosting breakfast roundtable networking where you can interact with a marketing agency that focuses on the food and ag sector, or a state program that lifts up people that are making foods with New York State products. Those conversations go on in the morning. We have panel conversations. The lead from NASA Acres, which is an ag-focused program that NASA is running, coming to talk about that. We have Nishant Roy, who is the Chief Impact Officer from Chobani. So some real luminaries descending on Canandaigua to help us make sure that we're talking about the right topics to make sure that upstate New York remains a really viable, vibrant place to grow food and ag businesses.
I imagine that the competition gets pretty tough. Tell us about that.
It's so difficult. I mean, it's difficult because it's end to end, right? It's everything from the furthest upstream soil science all the way down through the value chain to a snack that you would go into a grocery store and pull off the shelf for yourself when you're hungry. So there are challenges there, right? Articulating how those businesses can impact the region and why their innovations are going to make it across the finish line, right? Why they are uniquely qualified to scale the business and scale it here. It's quite a difficult job that the judges have.
And Jen, can anyone attend? Is this open to the public? Do we need tickets?
Yeah, so it is open to the public. There are tickets available on our website. It's $85 for 2 days of the summit. That includes breakfast, networking roundtables, a really nice lunch. It is free to watch the summit online. We broadcast the panels and the pitches. So if cost is an issue, you can check it out online. We have an awards ceremony on Thursday night where we'll announce the winners. That's at capacity. We're very excited about that too. So yeah, you can sign up even after the event has started. We're keen to have you join us, whether it's online or in person.
Terrific.
Excellent. Jen, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. Best of luck. And if you at home are watching and you are interested in learning more, we'll post all of it for you on foxrochester.com.
Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come here on Arc Rochester.
We're back after this.
Coming up in today's Political Pulse, last night was a major one for Democrats, picking up several wins in local elections. Zohran Mamdani is New York City's next mayor. I break down why this race was one to watch for next year's midterms with an expert. We'll also discuss two gubernatorial races that could also indicate a shift in national politics. A look at how Governor-elect Mikey Sherrill campaigned against Trump. Also, Virginia made history last night, electing its first woman governor and flipping the seat blue, while Abigail Spanberger is also calling out President Trump. That's all coming up on our 9 o'clock hour. Arc Rochester returns after this.
o'clock on this Wednesday morning, November 5th. Thank you for joining us on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Friedman.
I'm Dan Schrack. That is meteorologist Mark McLean, back with the answer to weather trivia today. You've also got the Muddy Paws forecast, and you've got the other forecast that ends in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Always interesting. Muddy Paws is going to be really cool, too. You're going to like Muddy Paws.
Ooh.
I just realized they gave the answer to today's weather trivia away last night when I posted a picture of said moon. Okay, but
we need to start running tally of how many times you mess up.
I didn't technically give it away.
One of the jobs you need to do a day.
I didn't technically give it away.
One of the jobs.
Right? Yeah. Oh, boy. But we had a full moon at, technically it was full at 8:19 this morning. Do you know the name associated with the full moon in November? Is it the full wolf moon, the full harvest moon, the full corn moon, or the full beaver moon? And your answers? They all knew.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Do you know why it is called the full beaver moon?
It's called that for an interesting reason. It's called that because this is the time of the year that they dam up and build their, I don't know what you want to call them, their dams.
See, I thought it was the old devil moon this go around.
Devil?
Old devil moon?
Old devil moon?
The song? No.
No?
Of course not. Yeah. It's ancient. Why would anyone else know that?
I don't know. But it was, it's fun putting these together. I had somebody, I had a comment yesterday. They say, thunder in fall, no winter at all, as an old saying, too.
Thunder in fall.
We had quite a bit of it.
No winter at all was an old weather lore. That's also,
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm not on that. I'm not on that ship that's sailing. I think I'm going to be on the other one. I think this could be an interesting winter for Western New York, but we'll see.
Was it a mistake that I got rid of my Jeep with the four-wheel drive?
No way. You have all-wheel driving.
I know, but like four-wheel drive was like...
Well, it's the same deal.
No.
No, it's different.
It is. I know. It's technically different.
I don't want to be like driving through, 3 feet of snow again.
No, you're going to be fine in that thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine in that
A-okay.
thing.
You are going to be A-okay.
Absolutely.
New
I mean,
tires.
that car costs $300,000. You're fine.
It's not how much it
You're
costs.
fine.
That is not.
I wouldn't have gone with the Mercedes either.
I know.
Stop. It is
I
not.
know.
It is not a Mercedes.
Gosh.
It's a Mazda.
Where are we? Here it is. Here's a picture of it. Okay, this was from local photographer Larry Teddemore in Avon. He gets some great astrophotography. He had nice pictures of the thunderstorms that rolled through a couple of nights ago, too. If you want to share your weather photos with us, it's on 13wham.com/chime in. This is also where we put our Muddy Paws photos. And check this out. Go up and take a close look, Dan.
Toby
is watching.
Look at that. Toby is watching his... well, listen. Toby might know those dogs.
Toby's watching ARC Rochester.
He's watching ARC Rochester, but I think he's watching because...
This was the story that we had on Friday at Verona Street.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I think he knows those dogs.
Unbelievable, right?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes when...
Toby, you're a good boy.
Yeah, cats and dogs see, other animals on TV. It's amazing what catches their eye and what doesn't.
Well, and you noticed the one dog, I don't know, Lucy, or the very calm one on Friday, just sat there and she's staring at them, looking at herself in the monitor.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm on TV.
Yeah.
Some wet paws this afternoon. Thursday looks largely dry. We do have a chance of a shower in the forecast, but I just want to stress that the majority of that day looks dry for us. Friday could be a little bit of a soaker. Saturday, again, a small chance. I'll put that as dry paws for the majority of the day, and then Sunday, Monday get a little bit more interesting. Some rain and eventually other things flying around in the atmosphere we'll talk about next week. But the atmosphere is a little dry right now. South wind is at 7. That's going to pick up a little bit, 50-degree temperature. And here's the part of the forecast that will change for the afternoon. We do have a wind advisory in effect for the afternoon and evening. Could we get minor damage with 40 to 50 mile per hour winds? Sure. Is it the kind of thing that makes the Halloween decorations dance around? Sure. That kind of thing. It's not the kind of deal where we expect widespread power outages, but some of these gusts could be in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range. And tonight is a gusty night too. Even 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, some of these gusts are going to be around 30, 35 miles per hour. Thursday, a little bit of a brisk start out there as temperatures drop into the 30s, but by the afternoon, the wind starts to relax a little bit as we head towards Thursday evening. Ultimate Doppler is dry right now. It does show snow in the Adirondacks and areas northeast of Rochester, but that is well out of the picture for us. Don't worry about that today. There is a cold front back to the west, and that's what's going to stir up the atmosphere as we go through the afternoon and evening. So there's that chance for a shower coming in. Notice those little yellow areas too. It could mix in a little thunder, in any one of these. There's a little bit of low-level instability with this cold front. And then overnight, some passing showers and, again, a few flurries to the south. Maybe the first time that you see the novelty flurry down there in Steuben County, Allegheny County. I don't think that's a story for most of us. The forecast map into Friday shows that rain approaching from the west by Friday morning. So, again, maybe a dry commute for Friday, but the day will have showers. Cooler weekend, temps back in the 40s for Saturday and Sunday. It'll be upper 40s at that point, and we'll track that closer as we get closer. But a windy day, mid-50s. We'll see temps drop back into the low 40s tonight, near 40, passing showers. And kind of a gusty night ahead. And next week, we need to put up next week. Can we just... Yeah.
I mean, you could have stopped it at Friday.
30s. It's not going to feel like it's in the mid-30s, though, because it's going to be very blustery.
Yeah, so it's going to feel like it's in the teens.
Probably upper teens, 20s. It just, it depends on the setup as for snow accumulation. The ground is so warm this time of the year usually. If the snow is flying around during the day, it'll melt a little bit. But if we get a little bit early Monday morning, could there be a little snow on the ground for Monday morning? It's possible.
I'm just remembering that I broke my snow brush at the end of last week. So I need to get a new one. I know. That snow brush was amazing. It got me through 2 blizzards and 1 ice storm all in 1 year when I was working in Buffalo.
Wow.
My dad got it for me. It was one of the heavy-duty ones.
Can I make a quick suggestion?
Okay.
And don't tell anyone I'm telling you this.
Okay.
I would go right back there, grab one of the news vehicles, unlock it, take the snow brush out of that, throw it in my own trunk, lock the news vehicle back up.
I can get you a Weather Authority ice scraper. I have
the Weather Authority
okay.
ice scraper.
Okay.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah, just take it.
It's pretty nice.
Take it from one of the...
Okay.
One
I'm
of
not
the
doing
news
that.
vehicles.
I'm not doing that because then one of our poor reporters or photographers is going to be out there.
It's worth the
We're gonna
investment.
have to use the credit card to scrape off the ice.
Who was somebody when they initially moved here?
From Florida.
Used a credit card.
Yeah, they, down south, it's not uncommon.
On their car.
Yeah, I've done it
They
before.
get frost on the windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets the
Wild.
Yeah.
Wild.
Make the investment, though, in the snow brush.
100%.
Don't go cheap
And
there.
the boots,
Don't go cheap
too.
there, yeah.
Yeah.
snow boots.
Yep.
You want to invest in good ones.
No such
Absolutely.
thing as bad weather, just bad clothes.
I mean, her driver, who are we kidding? Her driver's going to clean the car off.
My
before.
driver?
Yeah.
You think I make Dan Shrek money? Come on now. Come on now.
All right, McLean, thank
Yeah.
you. We appreciate it.
Much more to get to this morning on Arc Rochester when we come back. We're getting some tips on how families can prepare for college application season.
Hey, and don't forget, you can take us on the go wherever you are. Arc Rochester is streaming live right now on the 13 WHAM YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. Stick around. We're back after this. 7:11 this Wednesday morning. I know, it feels like school just started, but right now we're heading into the thick of college application season, which means stress and confusion for students and parents.
Yeah, while there may be many questions about the process, it's important to go through it with confidence. Here to walk us through that is career and college counselor at Our Lady of Mercy, Ben Polkownik. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you guys for having me. Appreciate it.
You know, I still have a folder on my computer that is labeled the worst thing ever. And it was my entire college application series because it was essays and it was transcripts and it was all of that stuff. And for some reason, I like to hoard all that. So I still have it.
Right.
But I just remember you needed so many things while you were doing the college application process. Is that still the case, you know, however many years later?
Yeah, no, students need a lot of information and they need to have a lot of conversation regarding the application process. You know, this is their journey, this is their experience after they graduate from high school, but this really should be a family conversation to have. You know, in regards to the academics, does the school offer a program of interest that you're looking for? Where are we looking to go? You know, how far away from home? Location, duration away from home. Is that a plane ride, a car ride, train ride? I still remember filling out my college applications and my FAFSA applications at the kitchen table, you know, with the whiteout and a black pen. But yeah, so it's a lot of information that a lot of students have to go through. And one thing I can say is plan ahead and take your time with this application process. It is stressful, yeah, but in the grand scheme of things, it's supposed to be fun, right? This is planning your next step in your future. So let's try to have some fun while going through the multitude of steps that go into it.
Is it still an expensive process to apply for college?
Some schools cost you know, a pretty penny to have their students or prospective students apply. Our school here at Mercy, or Our Lady of Mercy School for Young Women, we use the Common Application. A lot of our students go through there where they can apply up to about 20 schools. You know, with one application honing in all their personal information, which is really nice. Some schools, and I usually advise my students that are applying to their first choice school or their top school of choice to apply directly through the college's website if they offer their own institutional application. It will cost a little bit more. However, it does show demonstrated interest for the student, doing their due diligence, doing their research, knowing if they offer their own application, so on and so forth, answering college essay questions for the school specifically.
There were a lot of elements that went into sending in the application, the essay, right? The transcripts. I'm thinking of, you know, extracurricular activities, right? What have you done? You know, are those all things that are still taken into consideration? And on top of it, are schools really looking at SAT, ACT scores?
Yeah, so all that information still is used today. The college essay is the one piece in the college application process where students really get to be heard, right? In their own words. You have letters of recommendation come from teachers, counselors, coaches, supervisors at their part-time jobs. The common application or the application itself is just black and white, basic information about themselves. And then you have the college essay where it's the time for the student to really be able to speak their own words about answering a prompt or answering a question specifically for that institution. Resume, the extracurriculars. You know, I always tell our students, you know, quality over quantity. You want to have, you know, things that are, you know, going right to or speaking directly to the the program of interest, right? You know, pre-med club if you're going to school for biology, or you know, robotics if you're thinking about going into school for engineering, so on and so forth. So it all goes into play. It's all read. Trust me. You know, as an admissions counselor, I've previous to my position now, I've been asked, do you read the essays? Do you read the applications thoroughly? And yes, admissions counselors do read all the essays and all the materials.
So is it recommended for students when they say, you know, I don't want to cast a wide net here, these are the 3 schools that I would like to apply at, to kind of give themselves checklists school A is requiring X, Y, and Z of me, and so on and so forth, just to make sure that they've got all of their ducks in a row before they dive into that project head first.
Yeah, no, the college application process really should begin, in 10th grade, really starting to have some self-discovery. At Mercy, we start in 6th grade with some self-discovery and really just learning about yourself. But 10th, 11th, and obviously 12th grade, right? Students are really starting to learn a little bit more about themselves, their strengths, what they like, what they dislike within the academic realm. Bigger, small classrooms, bigger, small campus, far away from home, in their backyard, so on and so forth. So that all goes into play. I always tell students, you need to know why before we know where we're going, right? If you know why we're going to college in the first place, then the where part is the fun part, right? Is really figuring out what that best fit school is for the student. And last but certainly not least, I think it's, there's no such thing as a good or bad school out there. There's about 6,000 schools in the United States alone, roughly. There's no such thing as good or bad. It's really figuring out the best fit for you, for your academics, specific needs, and also too, college, as we know, is a time to grow. So if really, helping the student and help the student find that nurturing environment for them to grow, not as students, but also as people.
Very good.
Perfect.
Ben, thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it. And, if anybody wants to learn more information, what's a good way to get more info on this whole college app process? Yeah, so doing your due diligence, doing your research, utilizing your resources. Students at home, your counselors, maybe your parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, you may know someone who's went to college before. Ask questions. No question's a dumb question, and I'm a firm believer that if you have a question, you're interested in something, so let's figure out what that is.
Good advice. Thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Time right now is 9:18. When we come back, Steph will be here breaking down some of the top political headlines.
Political Pulse coming your way next.
It's time for a political pulse check here on ARC Rochester. Democrats made big gains in local offices on Election Day, including New York City. Zohran Mamdani will be the next mayor, beating out former Governor Andrew Cuomo and Republican Curtis Sliwa. Mamdani earned around 50% of the vote. President Trump threatened to withhold federal funds from the city if Mamdani was elected, even calling for voters to choose Cuomo in the final stretch. The current assembly member now makes history, becoming the city's first Muslim and South Asian mayor. Mamdani is also the youngest person to take on the role in more than a century. The mayor-elect is promising a tenure of relentless improvement, which includes addressing the cost of living crisis.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford. This will be an age where New Yorkers expect from their leaders a bold vision of what we will achieve, rather than a list of excuses for what we are too timid to attempt.
And for more on the impact of this win on national politics and other races making headlines, I'm joined by Ian Reifowitz, history professor at SUNY Empire State. Good morning to you.
Good to see you again, Stephanie.
Of course. And so I do want to start with kind of the strategy here for Mamdani. We did see that he eventually gained some key endorsements from the governor, even from the House minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries. But he did struggle with some other people, including Chuck Schumer here. But it didn't seem like it was necessarily needed. What specifically about this campaign led to this victory?
Well, I think in political science, we know that endorsements don't generally matter that much. I think what led to his victory was a laser focus on affordability, as you mentioned. He talked about freezing the rent, he talked about free buses, and he talked about free childcare for those, up to the age of basically kindergarten. Those are important issues that affect working class and middle class voters, and even with childcare, even upper middle class voters. And New York City has been losing a good number of people who feel like they can't afford to live there. He talked about a city we can afford. He has taken some controversial stands on some other issues, but his laser focus on the economy and on affordability is, I think, what really powered him. He listened to what voters wanted, and he responded with the issues that he kept his campaign focused on.
And I want to talk about now the direction of the Democratic Party. A lot of members, and I believe that Hakeem Jeffries, the House minority leader included, also did not say that he was the future of the Democratic Party. But him being a self-proclaimed democratic socialist has caused a lot of widespread concern. Why is it that that specific identity, even within the party, is causing some turmoil?
Well, socialism is a word that people don't respond well to in many cases. In particular, socialism is something that Latino Americans, in particular those from, let's say, Cuba or Central America, don't respond well to because they've seen in their own home countries socialist governments or governments that call themselves socialist that have acted in dictatorial ways. So specifically in that community, it's a word that has negative implications. It's not necessarily a word that has a negative implication across the board. Bernie Sanders runs as a democratic socialist for president and does very well, although he doesn't win the nomination. I think there is a group or a faction, you could say, within the broad coalition of Democratic voters who are positive towards somebody who calls himself a democratic socialist, but it's definitely not a majority. It's associated in their minds with communism, however unfairly. I think Donald Trump has certainly talked about Mayor-elect Mamdani as a communist. He is not a communist. He says that he rejects communism. But communism and socialism are terms that I think are hard to define for many people. And I think in some ways it's unfair, but the two are connected going back to the Cold War, going back to the Soviet Union, which was technically called the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. So the term is problematic for a lot of reasons.
I do want to talk about when it comes to what midterm elections may look like. Some people are saying that these elections don't necessarily mean that, Democrats could win big in midterms. Would you disagree with that?
What the election means is that right now Democrats are strong in the areas where they won. a year from now is a long way off. If you think about 4 years ago, Republicans won big in the gubernatorial race in Virginia, which Democrats then flipped back last night, right? So Republicans won the Virginia's race in 2021. They almost won in New Jersey in 2021. But then Democrats did well in the midterms the next year. And then Republicans did well in 2024. So they don't have a tremendous amount of predictive value, but certainly you'd rather have momentum on your side than not. Next year's elections are a long way off, but you can look at a place like Georgia, which I don't think a lot of people are talking about, but last night Democrats won 2 big elections in Georgia for something called the Public Service Commission, where they flipped long-held Republican seats, and not by a point or two, they won those seats by 60-40. Well, next year there's a Democrat running for re-election into the U.S. Senate in Georgia. You'd certainly rather have a 60-40 win a year before you're running for re-election than the opposite.
For sure. And the other 2 races that were also making some national headlines, we know, for governor in Virginia and New Jersey. I think something very interesting about those races that we saw a little bit with Mamdani is that they specifically mentioned President Trump by name, often criticizing his policy there. Do you think that that was a key strategy to picking up those wins in those states for those candidates?
Oh, absolutely. Typically, the New Jersey and governor's races, over the last, let's say, generation or 2, go in the opposite direction of the previous year's presidential election. And look, President Trump is unpopular. And if you look at the average in the polling, he's more unpopular now than he was earlier in this second term. In fact, according to averages, his average disapproval rating reached a new low just this week. He is being blamed, and his party is being blamed more so than the Democrats, not across the board, but more so than the Democrats for the shutdown. And running against Trump is a viable strategy, or proved to be a viable strategy, whereas Trump trying to tie, let's say, the governor's candidate in New Jersey and Virginia, trying to tie them to Mamdani in New York, didn't seem to be a viable strategy. Can that be a strategy that a Democrat can use to run for president in 2028? That's a long way off, and I think they have to come up with something more compelling. But they also did talk about affordability in Virginia and in New Jersey. So I think some combination of an economic focus and running against Trump's, let's say, extremism, or what perceived extremism, that I think possibly could be beneficial and could be productive for Democrats.
And I know that you already mentioned that midterms are a long ways off, about a year from now. I wanted to ask that, given what we saw happen last night with the strategies that were employed by kind of talking about how candidates are opposite of Trump and what they would do to kind of counteract some of the things coming from the White House, could that be something that we see other Congress people use when it comes to their elections for midterms?
I think absolutely. Look, President Trump is going to be on the ballot. The president is always on the ballot in midterm elections. But it doesn't always mean whatever happens in the midterms doesn't always, predict what's going to happen 2 years later. For example, 2010, President Obama had just been elected 2 years earlier. Democrats did very poorly in those midterms, but President Obama won re-election. Democrats did very well in 2022 with Joe Biden on the ballot. Much better than I think anybody expected, and historically much better than the party of a newly elected president is expected to do. But then 2 years after that, 2024, President Trump comes back into office. So 2026 and then 2028 are very different elections, and different kinds of people come out. More educated voters come out in a midterm. Higher income voters come out in a midterm. Those folks are now at least more Democratic than Republican, whereas in a presidential election, you get a broader electorate, and President Trump and his party, at least in the last 10, 12 years, does better with those voters.
Certainly something that, of course, yeah, certainly something that we'll be keeping an eye on here. Thank you so much again for joining me this morning.
Always a pleasure, Stephanie.
And be sure to stay with ARC Rochester for your top political headlines. We are back after this.
Wednesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. They're getting a special treat because Chris Lopez brought them stuff back.
Somebody go to the break room and get Dan something.
Yeah, can we get Dan an orange juice or something before he has a little...
Get him the,
We do have some salad
bag
in
of
there.
pickles.
They don't sell those anymore, do they?
Yeah, they do. They're in the back.
They do. I didn't know.
If you can...
That sounded sad.
They're in the
I know. He'll chew your hand
They
off.
don't have the spicy ones anymore, though. What do we have?
So Chris Lopez was at Ridge Donut
Do we want to move?
and celebrating National Donut Day.
Here, Steph, give me those. I don't think we need that if we have those.
Yeah.
Run it to the camera.
That chocolate, yeah.
You could.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd make it
Get a
far.
close up on Cam 2.
Don't drop the donuts.
Right over.
Wouldn't that be devastating?
The one that
That's
says two.
that's camera three.
This one
How
here.
close?
He's not eating.
It's weird.
They had to help him count when he put these donuts in the
Oh,
box.
here we go. Okay, let's see.
There you go. Get him in the light.
There we are. Look at
Apple
those
fritter,
beauties.
chocolate, sour cream, double chocolate. There's a
Wait,
peanut.
what's the sour cream?
The one to the top, right? If you're staring at the screen. No, top
Next
left
to the
if you're staring.
chocolate
Left,
one?
yeah. Sour creams are good.
Love
I've never
that.
had.
I've never met a donut I didn't like.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
A lot of people
The apple
are into
fritters are
sour
really
cream
good.
these days.
And seasonally appropriate.
Did you learn the difference between cake? I mean, dive in, people. Did you learn the difference between cake and yeast donuts?
You're supposed to help us divide it.
Oh,
You're the
No, I
gentleman.
did not.
You should do it.
You did not. You were there
What?
for 4 hours,
what?
and you didn't learn the difference between cake and yeast.
I don't know. You tell me. What's
one
the difference
is cake
between-
and one is yeast.
We don't know.
Well, the yeast has to rise.
Yeast
yeah.
has to
So
rise.
I imagine that would be the one that was proofing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, the apple fritter doesn't need to proof.
What was
correct?
the giant one in the video?
The
That was the
fritter.
cake.
That was
I think the
That was the
fritter one
cake.
does. I think it's still yeast. But like the bad boy right
Middle top is
that,
pretty good.
that,
the chocolate
and
one.
that, and that are cake donuts. The other ones are yeast. I watched a documentary on it.
There's a little
Yes,
red in
it's
there.
red velvet.
Yeah, that's the red velvet.
I'm sorry. That was like,
Why are you apologizing? I like when Steph
That's
yells.
a bright red
this
too.
is so nice.
It is.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah.
a fork.
I'll try that one.
Jump in.
Thank
You guys are all being very timid around these donuts.
Well,
We're just being polite.
Look at that color.
that's
I
beautiful.
know.
Ladies first.
I do.
Oh,
Thank you,
gosh,
sir.
I didn't do a good job.
That's good.
And is there anything you'd like from in there? Or? We don't know what the
guys can
ingredients
see
are.
I know. I can't eat it.
I don't want to rub it in.
Who? 1, 2, 3. Okay, I gotta cut another one here. Hold on.
It's okay. They forget about me on election day. They forget about me
Oh
today.
my gosh.
I thought they had.
I can hear the violin somewhere.
What do you want?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever.
What was your favorite
Eat
part
that
of the morning,
whole
Chris?
sour cream donut, McLean.
The whole sour cream.
Yes,
people.
Could I
please.
have
on.
that one?
What are you ordering?
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
there
People
you go.
seeing us.
All right.
Hey, we saw you today. That's always my favorite part. Not
I'm
whatever.
going to try the apple.
What did you say?
That one is nice.
What?
What's the difference between the dough? That's not my favorite part of the morning. It's always talking to
Obvious.
people.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's always the eating.
I want to try it.
Oh, yeah.
I need to use both of these.
Unless it's not caviar.
There
Oh,
we go.
that was delicious.
Yeah. Oh,
The apple fritter was
Delicious.
the popular
You know
one.
what?
I missed
feel like-
that one.
The caviar would probably be good on like the sour cream donut.
Boom.
That was amazing. Oh my god, that was so good.
this is really good.
What one did you have?
I think we all tried the red velvet.
Red
one,
velvet.
Yeah.
Okay, dive back in.
Fantastic.
Doing the apple.
You get like weirdly happy.
Well,
watching us eat.
yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, especially when
Okay.
it's stuff I
Oh,
can't
that's
eat
good.
if I can watch people
gosh.
eat it.
the apple one.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that peanut donut though.
Again, weirdly
I would
happy.
tear that thing apart.
And this is good because this is a little sugar kick this time of day.
So
You need
the
that.
other day
Black coffee.
you were at the Ethiopian coffee place, and they were making the
Ethiopian.
It's
Yemen.
Yemeni.
Yemen coffee place. They were
Wrong side of
making
the Red
the
Sea.
Oreo
Geography right.
Oreo
Frappe.
cookies, Oreo
Oreo
frap.
frap. Sorry.
And I had some words, and Abigail was disgusted with the way I was speaking. All I was saying, like,
It was dirty.
It was not dirty. It was the way I was saying it that I guess it sounded dirty.
There's
What'd you
no
say?
other way to interpret it. I can't repeat it.
Can you repeat it in a friendly
Yeah, I
way
was
on
like,
TV?
oh, look at the
friendly
whipped
way.
Yeah.
cream.
He's yelling. We gotta go.
We're going with the Oreos now. 9:37 still ahead. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we are learning more about the special mission that one children's book author is embarking on.
Don't forget, watch us on the go wherever you are. We're streaming live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel and foxrochester.com. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Every great story starts with a spark. But unfortunately, that spark of reading has been fading for some families over the years.
Yeah, but one award-winning children's author is hoping to change that, embarking on a mission to reignite family literacy. We're joined now by author Jonathan Para to learn more about this important lesson and how you and your family can get involved. Jonathan, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. What is your reason for this mission?
Well, I mean, instilling a love for books and a love for reading for young children has been part of my kind of ethos for a long time. My mom was a school teacher for many years, and as a child, I had the benefit of her reading to us out loud. And when you read to kids and you introduce books to kids, it really sparks the imagination. It teaches them concentration and imagination. And so these are some of the foundations of early childhood development. And you kind of want to kind of just encourage that as much as possible for children to kind of have a well-balanced educational journey in their life, to start it off on a good foot in a way.
At what point did you realize that children and families had kind of lost that love of literature?
Well, I'll say the COVID epidemic obviously didn't help. And so what I noticed a lot is on often a lot of the school visits that I go to, that I'm being told that kids are reading now at, a few grades below the reading level. But the good news is, this can obviously be rectified when book time and reading time. Even 15, 20 minutes a day when you're reading with your child And also provide access to stories is so important. Often that we don't think about having books in the home, or even sometimes at school. Sometimes there are shortages of stories for kids to read. But when we encourage that, when we have teachers and parents that encourage those things, we kind of instill a little bit of a fire, a little bit of an excitement to read.
Jonathan, we've got the latest book of yours here. This Moment is Special with us on set. Tell us about the book and the inspiration behind it.
Well, the book is about a day in the life of a little boy who is preparing to celebrate Dia de Muertos. And for those out there who don't know, we just celebrated Dia de Muertos, Day of the Dead, this past weekend. November 1st and 2nd. And it's a celebration that's carried out throughout Latin America and now in the United States to honor and remember our loved ones who have passed. But the book is also about mindfulness, because the little boy is kind of going throughout his day celebrating all these special moments, whether it's at school, with his family or friends, and with his, with his grandparents. And how each life has all these special moments and memories. And in a sense, that's sort of what we honor on Day of the Dead. We honor a life, but what is a life if not made up of all these special moments and memories?
That's very true. And when you think about the overall message of the book, I think it's something that kids will, really, really pick up easily. Just looking at some of the passages here, there's a part where it starts raining or it starts storming, and he's like, I appreciate the weather. I appreciate the fact that it's raining. Kind of putting a positive spin on something where, otherwise you might
Perspective.
you might be a little grumpy.
Yeah, things that can be easily discouraging. There's also a moment where the little boy has to stand on the stage and present in front of an audience. And we all kind of been in that situation. And the butterflies that you feel in your stomach and the nervousness, but it's still a special moment. And in that moment, you find courage, you find peace, you find a way to kind of persevere. And so even those types of moments I wanted to introduce to kids, so they can identify with those moments and find, as you say, a positive spin on things for that moment.
John, the illustrations in this book are pretty spectacular. Who does that?
That would be me, actually. So I wrote and illustrated this book. I'm mostly the illustrator on most of my picture books, but for this special book, I did write and illustrate this book. And I've been a professional artist and illustrator for more than almost coming up on 30 years now.
Wow.
So it's been an exciting journey, and I love art. In fact, when I was young, picture books are also the first introductions to kids to art, because a lot of the pictures and images in children's books have amazing art in it, and we can all remember our first introduction to those books. We can think about it, and kids are often visual learners. And that's important to remember. I was a visual learner growing up. And so pictures and engaging imagery in the books are important to reach kids' imagination and help them develop on their educational journey.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. If somebody wants to find this book or any of your other books, where can they find them?
Well, they can definitely go to my website, johnparrart.com. They can also find books on online bookstores or in-person bookstores, local bookstores as well. And I'm also going to be at the Rochester Children and Teens Book Festival this weekend. So hopefully I will see you there. And it's a free event for family to come out for fun, and lots of book signings and book readings and all sorts of activities for kids.
John Parra, thank you so much for your time. We'll make sure to post all of this info and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show. Thank you again, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the stories that have people talking this Wednesday morning.
We're back right after this. time to see what's trending now, starting with a big payday that turned into an even bigger headache.
A factory worker in Russia is being sued by his company for refusing to return over $87,000 that he was wired by mistake because of a software glitch.
According to the worker, he received a notification from his banking app and couldn't believe the amount of money he'd been paid.
He explained he usually gets a paycheck of about $581. So the $87,000 was pretty incredible.
Yeah. Allegedly, there had been rumors among his colleagues that their factory was preparing a sizable salary for them after a successful year, but he never expected anything like this.
Unfortunately, though, his joy was pretty short-lived. He began receiving several phone calls from his company's accounting department. That company said they transferred the money by mistake. He needed to give it back.
The worker took to the internet, did some research, and found that because it was a technical error, it wasn't up to him to return it.
He claims he has the right to keep the money and told the company he won't give it back.
According to court documents, the company intended to pay the salaries of 34 employees, and the software glitch transferred it to one person.
He claims once the company started threatening him to return the money, he used the newfound fortune to buy a new car and move his family to another city.
After a lengthy court battle, the worker was obliged to return the money.
Have you ever had a payroll problem?
Yes. Yes. I worked for one of those big tech companies. It's a fruit.
Yes.
If you know what I'm talking about.
Sure do.
And for a month, I did not get paid my first month on the job.
What?
Yeah.
I would have left.
I complained and complained and complained. I like, how do I pay? Living in New York, how do I pay rent? How do you pay rent? Listen, I told customers I was a fruit employee or a fruit volunteer because I wasn't being paid.
Oh my God.
It was not good. Was not good.
Is that the job you got fired from, though? Yeah.
Yep.
All right, moving on to a new product that may be your new best bud.
Yeah, a team of researchers in China have created an artificial tongue designed to detect spice in food.
The taste testing device resembles a small, transparent square of soft gel that you place on your tongue.
Okay. The flexible artificial tongue estimates spicy sensations and neutralizes it using the same protein that can be found in milk. What is this for?
Okay, they incorporated the milk powder into a gel sensor, and they found it can be able to detect capsaicin and pungent flavored compounds.
But why?
There's a lot of science here, and I'm not understanding why.
No. Researchers tested 8 pepper types as well as 8 spicy foods, including hot sauces, on the artificial tongue. 10 seconds after adding capsaicin on top of the film, the sensations decreased.
The researchers said the device could be used to quickly test a food's spiciness level without putting your taste buds at risk.
Other scientists are also developing artificial tongues which can measure sweet and umami tastes.
The team said the design could one day be transformed into a portable taste monitoring device used by those with real aversions to spice.
Who is this for?
I have
with aversions to spice. You literally just said it.
Okay, so don't ask for the spicy option on the menu. Pick mild.
Well, let me just hold on. I'm gonna dig in my purse and get out my
fake tongue. And what do you do? You put the fake tongue on the table, and then when they
Piece of artificial tongue you put on your tongue, and it minimizes the spiciness of the food.
There's a lot of rage back there today.
Yeah, there is. It's a tongue protector.
You just hear like yelling and laughing in my ear right now.
Nope. Those are something else, Mark. Don't go anywhere. When Ark Rochester returns, it's our final thoughts this morning.
We'll be right back. For unknown reasons. Our final thoughts of the
Wouldn't be
morning.
hard to find a reason.
I feel like all they'd have to do is hit rewind one time, and they'd be like, okay, the whole lot of you.
Yeah.
Busy show today.
Yeah.
Busy show today.
A couple days in a row, it's been slammed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really hoping, I'm hopeful that Thursday is going to just be quiet.
Yeah.
Ashley,
Oh
we
my
could,
goodness.
we could.
Where's the wood?
Yes.
This is glass.
There's none around here.
Yeah.
Here, on the floor.
There you go.
Simulated
There you
wood.
go.
yeah.
Simulated.
Yeah, a quieter day would be appreciated.
It would be appreciated. If you'd like to join us for that quieter start to your Thursday morning, make sure to wake up with us again tomorrow morning.
What kind of a tease is that?
Rochester. We go live at 4:57 on the, what is it?
13 Wham ABC.
Join us for doom, gloom, and explosions tomorrow.
You can get some of that later today for 13
Now that's
Wham
a
News
tease.
at midday.
Yeah, bye.